Hello and welcome back to Shooting It Straight. As promised, today we'll take a look at my newest gun safe. Now this will probably be the most comprehensive, thorough review of a gun safe that you'll find on YouTube. Now you know me, I'm not one to simply gloss over things. I'm cursed with being a very detail-oriented person. Now, oddly enough, with the exception of a couple of sub 2-minute intro type videos, I've not been able to find a single YouTube video review of this safe. There's dozens and dozens of reviews on the Winchester safes from Tractor Supply and Liberty safes, and both of those are very decent safes in my opinion, but not a single one on the Remington gun safes until now. Now, after going over the gun safe itself here, we'll dive into some specifics regarding properly storing your guns in it, where we'll look at some products that I use that are designed to help maintain proper storage conditions. Now, this one is from Remington's newer gun club line. It's a 26+4 gun capacity, 24 long guns, 4 handguns capacity. Specifically, it's SAR 5926GC. Now they also have, the Big Green series, the Nitro series, the STS series, and the Express series. But the Gun Club series here is their budget line. Now here's a disclaimer. I'm not affiliated with Remington in any way, nor have I ever been. This is not a sales pitch for Remington or for any other products in this video. Now this safe is not only fire rated, but it's also drill resistant because it has a steel hard plate around the lock area. It's also waterproof and it's impact proof. It has pre-drilled holes for bolting the safe down. On the door here we have a 3-spoke electrophoresis black gloss steel handle. When it's closed, the door has an extremely tight and flush seal right around in there. There's no movement in this door anywhere. Now the finish on the safe itself is a dark gray metallic hammer tone powder coat. The exterior dimensions on this are 59 inches high, 29 inches wide, and 22 inches deep. And it weighs almost 400 pounds. I know it kind of sounds like a description of my ex-wife. Oh, God, I'm going straight to hell for that one. Anyway, this one is fire rated to withstand 1500 degrees temperatures for 40 minutes and uses gypsum board as a fire or heat resistant component. Remington has their safes fire tested and rated by independent testing laboratories to avoid the appearance of biasness that can come with in-house testing. Now the fire rating is important because it can indicate the level of fire protection that the safe offers. The interior of the safe, a safe, must remain below 350 degrees Fahrenheit in order to prevent possible damage to the guns and other contents. Now, fortunately for me, I do live within 2 miles of a fire department substation, and they have a lightning fast response time, so this works out okay for me and my particular location. Moving on to the locking mechanism and system, although other Remington safes do employ a relocking system as a secondary failsafe against drilling or cutting the lock, the budget-friendly Gun Club line does not. Now, while it's better to have a relocker system in place, I'm not really convinced that it's critical for a residential gun safe, since most are not attacked from the front, except when prying. And any cutting or anything is normally done to the sides or back, not the door. Now, as far as the access is concerned, I do prefer the more reliable old-fashioned combination dial lock. Now, this model does not offer that option. Now, I hear all the time that e-locks, electronic locks, lets you in your safe faster. Well, perhaps, but some of us don't need to get in to our gun safes 15 seconds faster because we already have a gun readily accessible. A gun locked in a gun safe is not considered readily accessible in defensive language. However, this safe does come with a UL-rated, top-of-the-line, EMP-resistant SecureIt electronic lock pad operating off of a 9-volt battery and 2 fail-safe override keys. Programming your own personal code into it is an absolute breeze, and trust me on this, if an idiot like myself can easily program it, anybody can. Now you might be asking why an override key would even be necessary if the digital lock was indeed top of the line. Well, actually, that's a logical question, and the logical answer, of course, is the fact that nothing is ever 100% fail-proof, no matter how top of the line it may be. That's why. All right. Open the safe here and look at the interior. All right. The space is 14.8 cubic feet interior. It has a triple protection seal all around the door frame, all the way around it, employing what is referred to as a Palisol strip, which is probably, a silicone or other heat-activated type of synthetic polymer intumescent strip, right? Now that will swell up to 7 times its original size once the temperature hits 215 degrees Fahrenheit. And that helps to keep heat and smoke out. I'm still going off of my computer to make sure I don't miss anything. Laptop here. It has 9 1 1/4 inch locking bolts, 9 of them. 3 deadbolts and 6 active. It's placed at the top, the bottom, and both sides of the door for a full 360 degree coverage. Now, many similar safes use a 1-inch locking bolts and lack 360 degree coverage. Anyway, it's a fully carpeted interior. The shelves and everything are fully carpeted, 100%. And you can set up the shelving any way you want to. In fact, I have extra shelves left over that I'm not even using yet down there at the bottom. The shelves are completely carpeted, like I said. It also has a very nice quilted interior door organizer. All right, that comes in pretty handy for handguns, ammo, magazines, or whatever. It has a UL-rated dual outlet with 2 USB posts in it, or 2 USB ports in it back there. All right. Now, while we're inside here, let's talk about interior lighting. Now, some folks may not need interior lighting, but, my old eyes do. There's all sorts of lighting equipment made for gun safes. Just choose the one that best suits your needs and your budget. Some lights have to be turned on manually, some activated by motion, some are multifunctional, some are electronic, some are battery operated, some are battery rechargeable. I have mine set on the motion sensor mode that activates when the door opens. I chose a rechargeable solid light bar type with the LED lights, which I have mounted on the ceiling, that side and that side. They go off after, anyway. I can adjust the brightness level. I can even change the color of the light, all with the push of a button. They mount magnetically with 2 metal brackets that have 3M adhesive pads for non-metallic surfaces. The ones I have in it now are from SecureIt, and I'll list that later. And so far they've been great. And as you can see, I use the excellent rubber-coated handgun hangers right here. I like the way they present the guns, making them so readily accessible. And, you know, I'd just rather use the interior door pockets there for other items or gear. Now, that's just me, though. You know what? I just noticed something. It looks like I have a vacancy in here. I've got a little bit more room in here, so I might have to just get another gun. All right. So now I keep very little ammo in here just because I'd rather reserve the space for other things. I keep the bulk of my ammo in steel mil-surp airtight cans, ammo cans, with packets of silica beads in them to keep it dry. All right, now let's go meet back at the desk and discuss a few other things that I'll go over, and also a few products that I use too. Meet me right there. All right, we're back at the desk now where my lighting is a little bit better. I don't think I gave you a complete view of the safe, so let me add this image so you can see the full height of the interior, just briefly, because I want you to get a shot of the whole thing. All right, now let's talk about lock batteries, the electronic locks. Most electronic locks on a gun safe use a 9-volt battery. The majority of safe manufacturers using electronic entry pads recommend using an alkaline battery instead of a lithium or rechargeable battery, supposedly because the alkaline batteries consistently produce a stronger voltage surge of volts that is necessary to activate the locking mechanism to open the door. Now, I don't really know about all that, you know, so I just use a reputable alkaline battery like they recommend, usually a copper top, and I haven't had an issue so far. Now, of course, there's still the keys, just in case the lock craps out. Who knows? Now, let's move on to dehumidifiers. Now, it's a mistake to believe that a tightly sealed gun safe will protect your guns from corrosion, because they won't. That's why you will need to put in some type of dehumidifier in there. Gun safes need to maintain an interior humidity level somewhere between 30 to 50% humidity and an interior temperature of around 50 degrees to 70 degrees, according to the NRA. A humidity level below 20% could cause cracks or shrinkage to the wood stocks of some guns. Corrosion can become an issue once the humidity level starts going above 60%. Extremely low temperatures can cause contraction of some steel components. Now, if you keep your gun safe outside in a barn or in a shed or in an open garage, you need to somehow ensure that that safe is not subjected to freezing temps. Now, when steel freezes and then it warms back up, or thaws, they say, it produces condensation, which may then cause corrosion of the metallic areas of the firearms. Now, generally, there's two types of gun-safe dehumidifiers on the market, those being the electric ones and those that use silica beads. And both work just fine, and you can use both at the same time if you need to. Now, the electric rod type is basically just a heating element, and it works by slightly increasing the heat level inside the safe, which forces out excessive humidity. The excess humidity in there forces it out due to air expansion. And it also prevents moisture buildup because the constant circulation of warm, dry air will very slightly increase the temperature of the steel parts by somewhere around 3 degrees, which may be just enough to eliminate the tendency of cold steel to condense moisture from the damp air. Now, what I use currently is the Remington 500, Model 500, mini dehumidifier using the silica beads. Those are silica beads in there. This covers 500 cubic feet of area. It is UL listed and it carries a 5-year warranty. An orange display indicates that the unit is fully charged. A green window indicates that the unit needs to be recharged. This is purple, so I don't know what it is. It even has a handy dandy visual indicator here to reference for those I can't remember shit folks like me. Now, the dehumidifier is recharged by this pull-out plug right here, and plugging it into a power strip overnight, where an internal plate inside of here is heated up to dry out those silica beads. Now, smaller, lighter units like the Eva dry pack, however you pronounce it, those smaller ones can be plugged directly into a wall outlet, but this model here is too large and too heavy to use on a wall outlet, so you'll need to set it on top of a power strip. Now, depending on the humidity level in the safe, these will generally need to be recharged about every 30 to maybe 60 days in order to dry out the moisture saturated silica beads here. Now, Remington claims that their unit will last up to 10 years. Now, so far, I have been able to maintain a humidity level of about 40% in my safe using just this mini dehumidifier. And lastly, you want to have an accurate indicator of the humidity level and the temperature in your safe. I have found this to be very easily accomplished with just a simple hygrometer. Very inexpensive. There are different ones out there, and this one happens to be by Thermo Pro. Liberty makes the exact same thing. It runs off of one AAA battery, which is supplied. It has a magnetic back right here. It has the flip out stand, and it displays the humidity and the temperature readings, and it carries a 1-year warranty. Now, I've listed some of the accessories in the description, but only for clarification purposes. I did not provide any links to them since I'm not trying to make any commission from the sales of anything, and that way I'm not sending you directly to any specific retailer. You can instead just shop around for the best prices. Alright, I'll wrap this up by telling you what the other selling point for me was on this Remington gun safe. Aside from all the previous described features, the best part is that warranty. All right, it is the best warranty in the industry, hands down, not even close. A 100% lifetime coverage on all parts of the safe, including the electronic lock, all the locking components, the door hinges, the interior, the shelves, and even the damn paint on it. It covers damage from natural floods, theft, and fire. So even if it does get wrecked by a burglar breaking into it, Remington will replace the safe, and the shipping of that safe is free. I mean, hell, it even provides for free locksmith services should you ever get locked out due to any keypad malfunction. Now, that warranty is what totally sold me on the safe, and I went ahead and pulled the trigger, if I may use such colloquial terminology, and I have zero regrets. Now, is it the best gun safe in the industry? Well, I doubt it. But then again, I don't need the best in the industry. I only need a decent one. And for the price, I honestly really don't think you can find a better one. And I'm sure by now you're asking about the price of my safe. Well, the full retail price is somewhere around $2,300. Now, don't let that scare you off. You can always find that same safe, the exact same one that I got, at a much lower price from several outlets, retailers, and in some cases as much as $1,000 less. Alrighty, I hope this video assisted you in some way. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next here on Shooting It Straight, where I'll do a review of a new gun that I'll get to help fill my safe because you talked me into it. Okay? Until then, ciao.